Hi guys, this is Jerry. So let's get into it and let's talk about the spring equinox. And I'm just going to read you this and let's talk about it. Christmas is the story of the sun rising up after it dies for 3 days. At its lowest point in the sky, December 22nd to the 25th. It rises to be born again. The winter solstice to the east star is the spring equinox. Knowledge is power. Alright, guys, so looking at the spring equinox, you guys can see that on December 22nd, this is where all of us go into our hibernation. This is where we all go into our little cave. And again, this is just going with the cycles. This is just going with the seasons. This is just going with nature. As we come up in the real new year was yesterday. So March 20th for the Northern Hemisphere. And we're here to embody that spring energy. It's time to spring about that new energy. And if you guys have been paying attention to the Schumann videos, you guys know that a lot of high intense frequency has been coming in, especially while we're asleep or when we're supposed to lay down and we're supposed to just rest up for the day. So, utilizing that energy, that high frequency that the earth is giving us, that the earth is helping us transcend from this 3D flesh body, this mass, she is transcending as well. We're getting out of the density, we're getting out of this frequency that we have been under, we have been impelled under, that has put us into a spell as we've been going sinking deeper, deeper, deeper into density. So we are resurrecting, you are resurrecting, you should be taking the steps to become anew. So what would the old you do and what is the new you going to be doing? So again, if you're just doing the same old routine, you're not embodying the energies that the earth is giving you, that the sun is giving you, you're not receiving the light codes, and you're not receiving the planetary alignments that are given to you, that are helping you become that new person, become that Christ being on earth. If you're not embodying it, you're not using those energies, then it's just going to leave. It's just going to sway away from your life because you were not there at the right moment. It's going to come again. There's going to be another train, but again, you were not there during this time. You were not taking the steps that you should have took. So spring means spring cleaning. Clean out all the junk, clean out all the shit that you don't want in your life anymore. Clean up your personality. Instead of grasping who you think you are, everything that you can grasp is not you. Everything that you think you are is not you. The God self cannot grasp onto anything. The God you is not anything you can hold on to. Everything that when you let go, when you release, when you become the nothingness, when you become the everythingness, that is who you truly are. Okay, so speaking of resurrection, again, this is probably going to make religious people mad, but if you read into all of these texts, if you read into all of the ancient texts, there has been so many mythological, historical figures that have done the same thing as Jesus. Guess what they did? They died. Did they necessarily die on a cross? Yes, some of them did die on a cross and came back to life. So, they were all crucified. Every single one. Mithra, Dionysus, Attis, Horus, Jesus, and Krishna. All of them. So, what does that mean? What does this mean? What does this mean about humanity? We are so locked in. We are so locked into this story. This is encoded into our DNA. We know that each of these figures represent the same figure. All of these ancient figures were before Christ, the so-called Christ, Jesus Christ. They were all called Christ. They were all crucified. They were all here to help humanity. And again, this is before your biblical story. All of these figures, the Horus is super ancient, Krishna is super ancient, Mithra and Dionysus, these are ancient. And they were before anything was written in the Bible. So when you're looking at these stories and you're integrating them into your knowledge base, you should be thinking like, what does this mean to me? What does this mean? So all of these figures are a reflection of you. You are the one that is crucified. You are the one that rises up. You are the one that becomes a new being. Every single year, if you are one of these soulless people, these NPCs that are walking around the earth, then you're never going to feel the miracle. You're never going to feel the trueness of the Christ self. You're never going to resurrect yourself because you're always playing the same part over and over again. You're always playing the same actor. You think your name is blah blah blah, but you're not blah blah blah. So, again, I highly recommend that you guys look into each of these figures and you read the story because they're all simultaneously the same story. The humanity's greatest story is you. Is you resurrecting, is you becoming the new being, is you rejuvenating, destroying what was lost, what was not needed anymore, and regenerating yourself into the new being, into that miraculous self. Alright guys, again, I've been seeing this image a lot from different people, so I want to give you guys this image again about the rabbit hole that we've been under for a very long time. Rabbit hole is a journey to see if you can navigate through the madness without losing your mind. When you get to the other side, you will see who really runs the world, as they are the insane ones. The people that have been running the world, the Dark Brothers, the Hidden Hands, the Deep Shadow State government, they have been running the world and they've been trying to keep you mad because you cannot regenerate. You cannot become the new human. You cannot resurrect yourself if you're under their power, if you're under their force. They are going to show you many timelines of fear. They're going to show you many illusions of authority, of them trying to get at you. Either it's with the technology, either it's through the one world government, if it's through coming to your homelands and making you scared because you might be in the crosshairs of some sort of planned out war effort, whatever. We are no longer going to be suffering through this madness. This madness is not a part of us. It's leaving as it's ticking by because again, they are under their final days. They are leaving the planet. They are no longer going to be here anymore. So if you do not want this madness to continue, you do not want these illusions to continue, then your job is to not give your power anymore, your energy and your attention to all of the narratives, all the things that are happening in front of our face. So again, guys, this is a reminder. Remember this image. Do not let the madness overcome you. Let everything just pass by. And focus on your rejuvenation. Focus on becoming that new human, doing healing techniques, rituals, whatever needed. Do all of it and focus on the inner self because the inner self is going to transport you into the new world and not the new world that they want to build for us. Alright guys, I'm gonna leave it as there. Let me know what you guys think and peace.